Ah,
Hi there.
Gentlemen.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can also hear a loud buzzing sound, which is just annoying.
Probably that green moth thing behind you.
It probably is. That's probably exactly what it is. I'm. It's almost like a cell phone is going off in my ear.
it's a Mothra.
So what's going on?
Well,
Jim
Not
walked
too
away.
much. Sorted through all the laptops so far.
Okay.
yeah,
The 3 good ones are broken.
3 good ones are broken.
Yeah,
That's-
the nicer ones were broke.
Isn't that usually the way?
I kind of had a suspicion, but
Yeah.
I was hoping not. I mean, they were all off warranty stuff anyway, but it's the really, really nice newer one. Something's wrong with the power board. When you plug it in, it trips the power brick or whatever. And then the other 2 are perfectly fine, except there it looks like somebody like busted like a silver dollar size ring in the screen. It's just a black spot.
2
on
of
the
them are
one.
like that?
Yeah, well, one's like a silver dollar size, and then the other one is the same model. They're about quarter size on, like one in each corner on the top of the screen. I have no idea what the hell they did, but I mean, they're perfectly fine computers. It's just the monitor, LCD panel was.
The screen's gone.
Yeah, somebody's
So can
busted
you
it with
swap
something.
that with the one of the other broken?
I only have 2 of that model, so.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
And they're really big screens, so I don't have any other of them laying around.
Were they
Have
14
you looked at,
wide?
Yeah, I haven't bothered to look on mine for them. I mean, they came with like 7 engineering docking stations. I mean, you could just dock it and use it perfectly fine with a dock.
have you looked just to see what they're worth as parts?
I hadn't really thought about parting them out.
Well, I wasn't really thinking about parting them out. I was thinking about just selling them with the broken screens, letting
Yeah.
somebody else deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they're worth a little bit because they were probably about $300. All right. I just, wouldn't necessarily want to dump $60-70 into, LCD panel
Yeah.
to try to find somebody to sell it to. You know what I mean?
They're probably worth something
Fixing. Yeah.
to somebody that is willing to fix it,
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I wouldn't mind fixing them. It's just if I knew somebody was willing to buy them.
Yeah.
I was like, I just don't want to sink. I've done that before. I've repaired computers that are still sitting under my desk that nobody was ever wanting to buy.
Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we bought a bunch of these. Let's fix them. Nobody wants these things.
Yeah, and that's what I don't understand too. It's like these engineering computers I'm buying. I mean, they're down to like $100, and I just don't understand why they're so damn cheap.
What do you mean by engineering computers?
Like these Dell Precisions. I mean, they're Xeon chips. I mean, they run circles around the i7s, and I mean, nobody wants them. I mean, you can buy them all day long on eBay for $100, and it's like they're only like 5 or 6 years old. I was just looking at the newer model, and I mean, they're down to like $100 for half of them on eBay too. It's nuts.
My guess, this is just a guess, but my guess is some of that's going to start to come back the longer the chip shortage goes on.
Yeah.
That's probably true.
Because people will need higher end machines, and even if they are a couple years old, 3 years old. So my guess is just hold on to them. They will make a comeback.
Yeah.
What do you got
Well,
in the way? What do you got in the way of desktops?
I mean, I've got like 5 of these T3600s, and I got some Optiplexes for like 580s and 780s, and I think there's some 680s, and
Some 880s and 8080s and 90s. He's just
they
throwing
did.
numbers out.
I was gonna say they didn't make any 880s, and I know 800 series.
I'm just messing with you, Barry. You're
They
just
did make
throwing
them.
numbers out. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, well, I mean they're Dell Optiplex, full tower desktop stations.
Quad cores?
I know this. That would be dicey. I'm not sure about that. Some of that gets into having Celerons and quad core Celerons or something. They're not. That's like I've got an Acer here that I tested out of the batch. It's a Celeron quad core. I don't know what I think of that, but
Yeah,
I mean,
my experience with Acers has been, I don't know a polite way of putting this, but about the same as mine with my ex-wife.
well, that's the thing. It came with all these other computers, and it's a little micro case, so
Oh,
it's
really?
small, compact, and had a terabyte drive in it, and it's DDR3 with 4 gigs
So
of
you
RAM.
bought these with the drives in them?
Oh yeah, that's all the stuff. All of them had drives except for the really, really good laptop. They'd taken the drive out of it because it was some kind of micro SD something. It was some kind of funky hard drive. I'd never seen them before. And they
So it
took
was an
that.
SSD?
It was an SSD, but it's not an SSD. It's like half the size, but it was bigger than
Was it
NRAM, NMR.
Was it M2 slot?
No, as I say, it's some funky. I don't know if it's a Dell proprietary thing. I looked them up online. You can buy them, but it's like kind of think of like a M.2, but probably about another ½ inch wider and half the length.
That's interesting.
It's slotted into a little thing, and it's like a solid little box instead of a board. And they took that out of this, but at least they left the RAM chip. So, because the RAM chip's worth like $100, so
Really?
it was like $60 for the drive. So I was like, well, but
So what size RAM is that?
it's 8 gig DDR3 LR. It's one of those low power single chip things or whatever. They're like, I know last time I looked at them, they were like $100. I don't know what they're going right now. They might be a little cheaper than that, but the motherboards, I said the power for the motherboard's cooked. I don't know. I would never try to diagnose it past that, but I mean, it's such a compact, nice little computer. I hate to chuck it. It's a Dell E7250. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet.
So is the power supply bad, or is where the power supply connects to the motherboard bad? Or
No,
both?
it's the motherboard's power adapter. So I'm assuming it probably blew the caps on the motherboard or something for the power board.
Oh, okay.
So let's say if you plug it in, it automatically trips the surge protector on the power strip or whatever, or on the external power supply. I've seen it before.
So that's a soldering iron repair. That's not a swap parts repair.
Yeah, it's either a soldering iron or a motherboard replacement. Unless it has a sister board. They used to have a sister board back in the day when I used to do this a whole lot sometimes, but this little micro model, I'm assuming it's probably the whole freaking board.
Okay.
Because I mean, this thing's weighs like a pound, and it's about the size of a sheet of paper, and it's about just shy of a dime thick. Really nice little lightweight compact laptop.
Art, I just got a i7 quad, not no hex, but had 16 meg or 16 gig DDR3, and it had a half a gig SSD for $300. It's refurbished like.
Where'd you get it?
I got it off of Amazon, I believe. I can send you the info on it. And it's a Vicente's brand. What is that, Vicente? The IBM is now Lenovo. It's a Lenovo,
Lenovo.
Oh, yeah, okay.
and
Lenovo's are pretty good.
it's not a full size case. It's a mini tower, they call it. A 16 gig DDR3, 512 gig drive, SSD drive. Pretty good little unit.
Does it have an OS on it or not?
Yeah, it's a Pro, Windows Pro.
Interesting.
I'll go look that up while y'all are prowling.
Hey, Barry.
Yeah.
That's probably an M.3 slot.
Oh, is that the thing now?
Well, I had to look it up, but it looks like there's an M.3 SSD form factor, and it's 30.5 millimeter surface area and a little bit smaller in length. So it sounds like that's what
it might have been.
with.
I didn't know there was a .3 version yet.
Me either.
I don't keep up on that stuff hardly unless I'm shopping for a new machine.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Apparently, it's relatively new. So,
Well, like I said, this laptop, I mean, it's like a year out of warranty. So, I mean, it's 4 years old.
yeah,
I find it hard to believe it had something like that already in it, but could have been a predecessor to it.
could be. It could be like a. It could be like the prototype of it or something. But it sounds like you can get them, but they're going to be expensive.
Oh, I looked at it. It was like the 128 gig one was like $60. I was like, if the board worked out, I could see getting the money back out of that because I wouldn't have any trouble selling that.
Yeah.
Laptops. Everybody wants laptops. I mean, I would have sold it to my boss because she wants another portable one that's lighter than the other one I sold her.
Yeah.
But what I imagine they did is they probably this power blows on these Dells every once in a while on the docking stations. They probably docked it and fried it while it was on.
Right.
And it popped something in the power boards. I mean, I've seen it. I mean, it's not an uncommon issue on Dells. I've seen it over the years, probably about a half dozen times. I've never tried to diagnose out to where it is that's actually out to fix it.
Yeah, I've seen that happen on the Dells before too, over the years. And usually it's just better or easier just to take your chances and buy another motherboard for it.
Yeah, I used to all be under warranty work. I'd just swap out the board.
Yeah.
But that's not an option on this one, so.
Well, you got what you got.
Yeah. I got an LCD panel and I could, gut it for its micro, its camera and its keyboard and the fan and the battery and the RAM chip. I could get my money back on the RAM chip or stick it in another laptop.
Yeah.
Kenny and Vicente, okay.
Kenny's here now. Hi, Kenny. And Vicente. And Barry's a blank.
Barry's never a blank.
Barry is in the dark side of the moon.
Barry's
Exactly.
on the dark side of the moon.
You got to hang out with the aliens sometimes.
Yeah, I'm putting
They
a,
don't like light over here.
I'm putting a link in the chat for you there, Barry. See if that's might be what you're looking at.
These other two laptops with the busted screens are E6540s. So brand new battery on the one too. That's what's kind of funny about it.
Maybe somebody was trying to repair it by replacing the battery. Maybe they misdiagnosed it as a battery problem.
I had a customer who brought me a laptop to fix. We repaired the screen for him. He had every single time he was picking his laptop up, he was picking it up by the corners of the screen and pushing as hard as he possibly could. He cracked the screen like 4 times before he realized that he was the one causing the problem. And I've seen people at companies where like company laptops, they're not theirs and they don't really care and they do stupid stuff like that. And you could tell it's like a thumb hole or something because it's just the same exact size as their thumb or somebody's thumb. Or they'll pick up the screen on the sides and they'll push on the sides of it and crack it from the sides. I've seen that a bunch of times.
Hi, Ken. Kenny,
Yeah,
how are you?
good. I got good news.
What's going on?
I went down to the foot doctor today or yesterday,
You're
and he told me that I'm healed.
great.
Yay!
So you will be running the flying pig?
I'm going to Japan for the Olympics this year.
Ah, okay.
Really?
So yeah, he said swelling should come down in 3 months. He says see you in September. I said good idea.
Great.
So he's through with me until September. Then he says we can get that other toe. I said yeah, that's a good idea. Right. And
That's probably when his kids' college tuition is due.
that's what I figured. So it's all in the timing, So I got a new router in the house, and I never had the energy to go fool around with the garage door opener. So I have a little app on my phone, but because the new router, the old garage door opener never recognized it. So I got brave and got on a ladder, okay, and programmed my little app on my phone. So now I can open up the garage door from my phone. 2 good things. And it comes in handy. I went to Baltimore and I came back and I dropped off the car and I left my keys in their car and I took their keys and went with me. So I ended up down in the CBG in the parking lot with their keys to my car, to a car, and my keys was back in Baltimore. So I called up Jim and I was able to open up my garage door from my little app. He went into my house and got my spare keys and came down to see me at CBG, and I was able to get home that day. So that little app that opens up the garage door is really needed by me. It's all good. So, yeah, it worked out fine. Tomorrow's challenge is to get the Honeywell thermostat control app to work. So,
Good luck with that. Time to go.
Yeah, good luck with that.
and
I have two of them. I have two of the thermostats, one in my house here and one in my house in Milford.
right.
And what I discovered is you can only do one. You can only connect with the app to one of them, one or the other, not both simultaneously.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of a pain because, needless to say, what I want to do in any given situation is I want to be able to control the other one where I'm not at currently. And that doesn't work out. Apparently they don't, at least the one I have, they don't consider the situation where you might have two thermostats.
Huh.
Strange.
Now, I don't know if that's, I got mine, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago. Maybe they've improved that since the model I've got, but the model, I've got two of them now. I've invested, what, $120 in each one of them. So I'm reluctant to rip them out and replace them. However, I've been talking to a guy in the Milford area there who works for Johnson Controls, and it turns out they have one that includes not only remote thermostat, but air quality monitor. So I'm pretty interested in that since air quality monitoring is one of my high priority items. So what are you doing there, Jim?
I don't know.
He looks like it's Ghost Riders in the sky there.
Yeah, ghost chickens in the sky.
Ghost chickens. Yeah.
I
No.
think you're a little closer than the focal length there, Jim.
Oh, I was trying to imitate Kenny. He's too close to the camera sometimes. Yeah, exactly.
Well, his camera apparently has a much shorter focal length.
But the picture that comes out on his is terrible. Mine's very handsome.
Oh, sure.
Oh, really?
Me and Leroy got the best pictures on here. Y'all got bad cameras, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, when you live in the slums of Mason, you can't afford those kind of things, Jim.
Yeah, it's a slum area over there. That's true.
Well,
yeah. Now, I have a brother, and he has like a condo down in Florida, and we're going to try to hook up mine, okay, so I can control it and he can control it. That's one of our goals, so we can control the thermostat down in Florida. So yeah.
okay.
So we'll let you know how that adventure goes. But
Well, in worst case scenario, I pick up the phone and call my daughter, and she goes over to the house and adjusts the thermostat.
there's nobody there when we're not there, so that's okay.
So,
So yeah, those two things are going on. Yeah,
so I ordered a green screen.
you did.
It has yet to arrive.
Get one for Barry. He needs one bad.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, he got that black screen. I get that gets old.
I like to put up a background. I don't know why it won't let me.
Oh.
Oh, if you're not doing video, it probably won't let you put up a background.
Yeah, if you don't have a camera, I don't think it'll let you do that.
Well, that's no fair. I want a background. I want a fancy one like you guys have.
Well, you can probably
Oh,
put up
If I sent it, it's upside down.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can probably put up a static
Wow.
image, can't you, Barry?
I can't find any options for any of it.
Under the video, I don't know if you can if you don't have the camera working or not. And under the virtual background, I don't.
Well, I know on mine, if the camera goes out, you get a static image.
You get a static picture, yeah.
So I assume that you can put one up if you don't have a camera connected, but I don't know.
I actually don't see. I don't see a way to do that either.
If you had a green screen, he'd probably
Well,
make it
okay.
all black and put Barry in the middle of it.
What do you see there, Leroy?
That is just a picture of your head. A
All
static-
right, and the way I got that up there was I clicked stop video. So if I click turn the video back on, you see
I
live.
see you, yeah.
So in my case, stopping the video puts up a static. Now, at some point, I selected that image and put it in Zoom, and that happened so long ago, I have no idea when I did it or how I did it. I think when I first started using Zoom back in early 2020 is when that went up. Actually, it was before that. When we started doing virtual classes at San Jose City College.
Yeah.
But I have no idea how I got that in there. I know where that image came from.
I honestly don't see any way to do it. Maybe there's a way inside the Zoom website. Maybe it's in like your profile or something. Maybe that's your profile picture.
So if you click your video off, what comes up on the screen?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so
That would be my profile picture.
Yeah.
Right.
So if Barry will put a profile picture on Zoom,
Do you remember how you do that, Leroy?
that was actually on the Zoom website. So not exactly. Not exactly do I remember, but
I don't either.
what?
Yeah.
Vicente's in the back cave.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that the tumbler? Which back car is that? Oh.
Needs oil change, but it's okay.
If Ray comes on, we need to put on our 3D glasses.
So how do we do that, Jim?
Just go to the filter and let's say go to the recorder and say choose virtual background or video filter.
Where's the video filter? I don't see it.
Where you have a stop camera thing, you have the up arrow by the stop video.
Yeah.
And one of the options there is choose video filter.
It says choose virtual background.
Choose virtual background. Oh, okay. There are a couple there, actually.
Actually, there's one.
Backgrounds and filters. And you're using, that's right, you're using Linux.
Are you using Windows? Because I bet you got a different choice.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let's see.
Because I don't see anything that says filters.
If you in the Linux, if you look at profile, click on profile,
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got the option to edit your profile.
Yeah. And that'll take you to the website.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Yeah, it's actually changed on mine. Oh, man.
I don't have any option for filters at all.
Neither do I.
Wow. Yeah, and okay, choose video filter. And then I go to general audio video. Yeah, they changed them. They say they have new ones. Virtual backgrounds, none. Blur. Video filters, none. Studio effects. Download video studio effects package. Okay, I give up. No, it doesn't happen anymore. I didn't say anything. I take it all back.
I like where you're at, Vicente. This is my classic car. It's my,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
This
the
is
car.
I use a car.
Yeah, either that car or wait a second. Change my background again. Or maybe that car.
Okay.
Those would be my.
Great.
Somebody's spraying something.
Mhm.
so at any rate, I've got this green screen coming in, but I got to figure out how. It's just basically a what is it, 9x15 green muslin, but I got to figure out how to fasten it to the ceiling. So I assume what I'll do is put up a couple of big either pulleys or eye hooks, one of the two.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
You can use
Oh, yeah.
also spray paint green in all the stuff you have in your bag.
That I could do, sure. Right before I moved out.
Okay.
Cool. Whose
Yeah.
is that?
Arturito.
That's me. I've been printing more stuff for my niece's
Okay.
wedding.
Yeah. Yes.
Is that solid or is that hollow? Well,
It's hollow. And I printed one that was solid because I messed up and I told it to do
What size is that? 2 inches?
maybe. Here, I'll show you. But I messed up and I told it to do a like an infill
Okay.
kind of deal. And I was like, oh, it's not moving. It's not moving. So I went back and I told it no infill.
Okay.
And now it moves and his little foot, which
Are
is
you
pretty-
planning to add paint?
my sister wants to paint them. I'm not going to go through all that trouble.
So is this still for the wedding?
This is still for the wedding. But I'm
Are you-
probably going to print out at least one
You
more
have
of
three,
those.
3 weeks left, right?
Yeah. I'm almost done. I've got Darth Vader left to print, which I'm going to print in black. And I'm probably going to print out at least one more of those because it's just cool. And now that it actually works, it's even cooler. But
So can you get anything that's like silver or aluminum color?
maybe. I've got gray.
Might be easier just to paint it. I don't know.
That was the first one, and see, it's solid. It infilled the back side of him, and it infilled all the stuff to make him move. Only his legs move. So I have one that's pretty solid and one that's pretty jiggly.
Now the leg's done separately?
No, this is all one print. Takes about
Really?
3 hours to print that.
Hmm.
And then it took, I did have this little plate here that his center leg is on, is attached. So you have to break it loose. And it did fill in a little bit on the backside that I had to take a little screwdriver and pry up. But I think that was just to hold it in place so it didn't move while it was printing.
By the way, we're at 4 minutes now.
Yeah, we're running. But that is one of the cooler things that I printed, and it only took like 3 hours to do. After I figured out that I shouldn't tell it to do all the infill.
Must have used a lot of stuff with the infill there.
Well, sometimes you just print stuff just to be printing stuff. And since my sister bought the material, I'm happy to print stuff just to be printing stuff.
Okay. Price was right.
The price was right. But no, it really didn't take that much. I forget how many grams this is. It's like 40 grams or something. It's really not that much. It's a lot of time. The time is longer than, the most time consuming part of doing this is the time it takes to print one. But that's among the last things I have to print for her. I have to print a Darth Vader head for her, but that's it. I am done.
So after that, you just show up, right?
Pretty much. And my sister said that she wanted to paint some of these, and I'm like, have fun. I don't want to deal with that.
What do you paint them with? I mean, like airplane dope or what?
It's just an acrylic. I look. I told her
Has to be something that doesn't dissolve the plastic, right?
I told her that I thought that after they were painted that she might want to stick like a clear coat kind of deal over them to try to protect the paint, but I'm leaving all that up to her. This is her kid. I'm just supplying the printer and the time to print stuff.
So who came up with the theme?
My niece is like a huge Star Wars fan. So, and apparently her boyfriend, husband, whoever this guy is also a huge Star Wars fan.
So that's their common link. Huh?
They apparently they have already gotten married, and this is the ceremony that they really wanted. So they had like an official church wedding kind of deal, and now they're going to have the ceremony that they actually wanted to have. So, because they're nuts, because why not? I guess.
Yeah. Can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, they live out in Utah now, so everybody's coming home for this deal. So.
Oh, you're not going to fly to Utah to?
I don't think I could do that even if I wanted to fly to Utah. Patty probably would not enjoy that one little bit. I might drive to Utah. Utah's not a horrible drive. Oh, Patty yelled in the back, no.